What happened in Tuam represents a stain on our national conscience. And this bill that we passed today will allow us, at long last, to offer the children in Tuam interred at that site a dignified and a respectful burial. And the government is committed to a full-scale forensic excavation of the site, and this legislation that we've passed is essential on delivering on that. My sincere hope is that this will finally bring some form of solace, some form of closure to the families and survivors who've been so deeply impacted by this abhorrent situation. I've met with many survivors, I've met with many family members, I know members of this House have too, and I want to thank them for their generosity in sharing the impact of what has happened, what the state allowed happened in Tuam on them. I'd also take this opportunity to single out the work of Catherine Corliss in her tireless dedication to uncovering what happened in this location and to ensuring that the public and the state never forgot those children. And much of what we are achieving as a House and as an Oireachtas today is due to her work. I want to thank the senators and the deputies who spent so much time working on this legislation. I believe we have greatly strengthened this legislation through the PLS process and through the processes in both of these houses. I want to thank my officials for their extremely hard work and engagement on this legislation. Subject to the enactment of this legislation, I hope to commence it immediately. I will then seek government approval to make an order under the legislation establishing an officer for the director of the Tuam Director of Authorised Interventions. This draft order will then be laid before both houses of the Oireachtas, and once it's approved, the office of the Tuam Director of Authorised Interventions will be established. A director will be appointed with a view to starting excavation at the site in Tuam as quickly as possible.